Welcome everyone. This is Mohammed Trawali, and thank you for joining us once again to the Sony podcast. Joining me today is Mohammed Tunkara, founder and director of Sony Transfer, and Sambala Kanteh, founder of Afromarket and various businesses, inshallah. So today we want to discuss entrepreneurship, challenges faced, and resilience in a business, which is really, really important. And we're gonna touch other topics that many of us has gone through or will go through at some point of their life, whether it's entrepreneurial life or normal life, basically, inshallah. So I will let them introduce themselves. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Sambala Kanteh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello to everyone. My name is Sambala Kanteh, and I was born and raised in Spain, but currently living in England at the moment. Yeah.
Hello everyone, Mohammed Tunkara, co-host of the Sony podcast, CEO of Sony Transfer. Thank you all for joining us. We hope this will be an exciting one today. Thank you all.
Okay.
Yes.
So before we talk about resilience, do you guys wanna let us know how your entrepreneurial journey started?
Okay. You start.
No, I mean, I think it's more about knowing Sambala's journey because he's the guest here, so to speak, right? And as far as I'm concerned, he's the most, when they say serial entrepreneur, personally, he's like the most serial entrepreneur that I know personally, because he's done various businesses right in front of me here in Birmingham, and he's still here today. So I'm really excited for him to talk about this so that the audience can learn his journey, learn from his journey. So Sam, the floor is yours.
Yeah. So hello everyone again. So basically I started doing business in DPD. I used to work for a company called DPD, which I'm guessing you all know. So I used to work
DPD Logistics Company.
Yeah, DPD
Packing and Logistics Company.
Yeah.
Okay.
And delivery company.
Yeah, delivery, yes.
Yeah. So I used to work in the warehouse, and eventually, I wasn't satisfied with that.
So when was this?
Going back to 2014.
2014, so 12 years ago.
12 years ago, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So 2014, I started working in the warehouse, September 2014.
Yes.
And then I was there for about 5 months. And then I used to work there in the warehouse at night. Then we used to load trailers and then sort out parcels. Then in the morning from 6:30, the drivers used to come, van drivers, and we used to load them. So I used to get along with them. I would ask them questions and they would tell me that it's very good money. But at the time, I didn't even have a license.
So those drivers are the ones that go and deliver the parcels to people's houses?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So how it works, the trailer comes at night, we offload it, and then we put each postcodes in like this, like shots, like doors, over 300 doors.
Yes.
So for example, we would have Smedic here, Beerwood here, so we would sort the parcels out. And then the van drivers will come in the morning and start loading.
Okay.
And then they will deliver to the doorstep,
Okay.
So from there, and I got my license when I was in DPD, and then I think it was about 5-6 months. Then eventually I got my license and I wanted to start driving, but I couldn't start driving then for them because I needed a year on my license.
Okay.
And then I went to DHL.
Yes.
So my friend got me into DHL. I started when my license was only 3 months old.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I was working there for about a year.
So driving for DHL, doing delivery for DHL?
Delivery, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So multiple stops,
Yes.
multiple drop. They call it multi-drop. So about 100 to 150 houses.
A day?
A day, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
No wonder, that's why when they press the button to deliver, the time it takes you come down the stairs, they're gone.
Yes, exactly.
We would be knocking.
No time.
People would be...
How long would it take you to complete that?
It all depends, because it depends if it's if it's an area like Smedic, it's tight.
Okay.
Then that would be quicker. But we used to go to the countryside, Stafford, you know,
where the houses are far from each other.
Yeah, from each other, farms, and there was no network.
Wow.
So you had to find houses, especially in the winter, because it gets dark early.
Yeah.
So from 4.
Wow, that's really strong.
Yeah, and then sometimes you drive a minute all the way in, or 2 minutes to get to the house.
Wow.
And then sometimes you have to reverse out because there's no space to.
Are you already thinking about your next your next stops?
That's why a lot of people damage vans, because you're always thinking about the next stop.
ahead. Yeah.
And that's where you value time, because 2 minutes is a lot of time. We used to do a parcel per minute plus driving time.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a killer. Yeah.
And maybe this is why the UPS vans in the US don't have doors. I mean, they have doors, but they leave them open, so the driver can just jump out and jump back in.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
UK,
No,
you
no
can't do
wasting
that.
time.
UK, you can't do that because of health and safety.
Yeah.
So when after that DHL, then how did you get back to DPD?
So then I moved from there to go and work for someone else. So how it works, because a lot of people don't know.
Yes.
So once you work in there, you have your van. You
Yes.
can then get a second van and employ a driver. So I used to work under someone.
Okay.
Yeah, and then got an opportunity in Hinckley
Yes.
to work for someone else. And then I started working. After a year, I moved to the Hinckley depot. I started working there for a few months. Then I eventually bought my own van.
So you had your own van, doing your own delivery. So you're an independent contractor at this point.
Yeah, after spending some time in Hinckley, yes.
Yes.
Sorry, no. DPD will rent a van.
Yes.
I think the van was about 1,300. So they give you a van, and they give you, like, you start delivering. So then eventually I bought my van after a few months.
Okay. So then how did you go from one van to multiple vans?
Okay, how it was. So I started from Hinckley, and then I came back to Smethwick, because there's different depots, and then you have to request to move to a different depot. So when I came to Smethwick, I was renting a van from DPD. Then I bought my van, and then I was working on my own. Then we moved to Tipton.
Yeah.
Then obviously I'm seeing guys that have multiple drivers, but I was the youngest driver.
Okay.
So there was various struggles, because I would buy a van, and then I used to pay about £500 insurance alone. Wow. Yeah, because I was young. I was only 21, I think, 22. Yeah. So then eventually, because there's guys next to me with like 5-6 drivers, and I've got some friends that would tell me that, look, I've got drivers. But it was hard at the time. But then obviously I wanted to make more money.
Yes.
And then I eventually got a second van. And then I got someone else to work for me.
Well, before all that, in fact, when you say your friends, the ones you said have vans, I'm assuming they are not like us.
Of course.
They are not like us, right?
Yeah.
They have vans in DPD.
Yeah. So they have multiple vans.
Okay.
I would come to that. So many challenges. Because
So what those are like the Asians. They have that mindset.
Yeah.
But you transitioning, I'm assuming there were other Gambians there or Sarahole people in there doing the picking and packing that you were doing.
Yeah.
So did they know you were leaving that to go and be a delivery driver where you earn more? Did they know that?
Yeah, they knew that, but we all know that it comes with a risk.
Yeah, but did they encourage you or say discourage
Yes,
you?
because you know our people.
Not really. Because as we always say, it comes from love, from a good side, but they're scared. So yeah, they will tell me that, no, it's risky. Then you have to buy a van. Insurance is so expensive. But then you see, with these things, I don't really ask people. If I know that you're not going to motivate me, I'll just go and do it. And then tell you later.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what I wanted to know is you started working as a warehouse worker at DPD.
Yes, in 2014.
And then you decided you want to have your own van, so you can become kind of independent inside DPD.
Yeah.
So what motivated you? Because normally what we do, especially the Gambian Soninke people, is as long as I have a permanent job, whether be it or loading,
Yes.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
So, but what made you, what motivated you to transition from there to have your own van and become independent?
I'd say number one, I always loved driving since I was young. Secondly, the money.
Okay. Okay.
I thought that was number one.
Maybe.
Money was the second thing. So
behind cameras, yes.
And I was lucky because your cousin got me into DPD at the time.
Yes.
We were fresh from Spain here.
Okay.
So people didn't know how to look for jobs, and I was lucky to get a job straight. So I didn't went through agency, through Haji Tunkara. And then when I wanted to leave it, obviously no one would understand that. So yeah, they're like, no, don't leave it. This is a good job. Then you will eventually get more hours. We used to do about 5 hours, but when you get home, it feels like you've done 10.
Yeah, because you
Imagine the flow. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So from, what was your question? So
What motivated?
Yeah. So because I used to load them. I used to love loading them. I would love that. Yeah, and then they would encourage me. I used to tell them, because they look happy. They come in the morning. We do all the work. They come in the morning. They just load in one van, and I will help them out.
Yes, and they just go off.
They just go off. And then I used to ask them, are you guys making good money? Some of them would tell me no. Some of them would tell me, but eventually, obviously, I know they're making good money.
Yeah.
And then some of them would finish about 2 o'clock. And then, so bit by bit, and then I got my license. I just used to admire them a lot. So, and I knew I could make more money. But then when I got my license and then started, so I left DPD, then I went to DHL. I used to drive to Coventry every morning and 4, 5 a.m. every day, 6 days a week, 5, 6 days. And then, but I used to work for someone. You still get more money from because that was about 1.6 into 2016. 2016, yes.
A month or week?
A month.
Okay.
I remember the first day I had the meeting with that guy. He said, I'll pay you 400. I think it's 400. So 1.6. I was like, wow, I couldn't sleep. That was £80 a day, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a big deal at the time.
Yeah. I was like, wow. So this is lovely, and I get to keep the van.
Yes.
You know, I was like, yeah, I'm living the dream.
MashaAllah.
So how did you move on to have multiple vans at DPD then?
At DPD. So then the opportunity came because the volume used to go up, and they would the manager would tell us that there's an opportunity, but you have to be fast. So sometimes there was a time I still remember. Every time a manager says that, the next day an Asian brother will come with a van insured and a driver.
Wow.
And I was
To
baffled.
meet the demand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was baffled because imagine a van minimum, because DPD requirement was about 5 years. See, the van cannot be over 5 years old.
Okay.
So we're talking about 14,000 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. So every time they used to tell me that, I used to be like, okay, so where do I get the money? Yeah. So, and I used to encourage other Gambian boys to come and join me, but no one did. The first person that came was Bax. Bakari Silla.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll come to that as well. So yeah, and then I bought a second van, and then insurance. I had problems with insurance because they were saying that they couldn't insure the driver because he was under 21. So that was the first challenge. Then I lost that route. I never got that route. So imagine I spent all that money in the van, and they would only insure me that they wouldn't insure a second driver. So then I had that van packed. So trying to get drivers, that was another challenge because no one would come. I was very young, very skinny.
Even though a lot of our people were here.
Yeah. A lot of my friends, I used to tell them like you could make more money because at that time I was willing to give them. I wasn't looking to make any money. I just wanted to put my foot in the field.
Yeah.
Just have a second driver.
Yes.
Yeah, but
I guess they underestimated you.
Yeah, a lot.
Oh no, they're scared of themselves. They're scared of making the jump, rather, so to speak.
Yeah.
And
it was a challenge because you meet Asians with their drivers. It's like gaffer, boss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They respect them. They come on time. They work hard. White people, the same thing. Yeah. But then you employ someone, either it's black, or white. So that was another challenge.
Yeah.
Then I just wanted to buy more vans, acquire more vans. But then I would think about the drivers because that was another one. So if a driver doesn't turn up, DPD doesn't care. So you're the problem.
It's on you,
Yes.
Yeah, so you can't even monitor them. You go to them, they're like, you have to cover it. If you cannot cover, we'll give it to someone else.
Because you are your own boss now.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
And someone else will happily take that.
Of course.
Because there's always someone standing right there with a van at home most of the time.
Wow.
Standby.
Wow.
You know, so yeah. So I eventually got one, and then I got a second one. So we were working for a bit, and then Bax came and joined. Then after a few months, me and Bax joined just before COVID, because there was a system that you had to have 5 routes, but it's called pod, or you're gonna lose your permanent routes.
Wow.
So we had to
Come together.
We had to come together and get more vans, and then we got 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
So who were the people? What kind of people were working for you? People from our community?
Yeah, I think 2 guys from our community, but for a short period of time, but mainly Asians or white guys or foreigners. So I used to work for a Zimbabwean guy, and then I had Zimbabwean guys working for me.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, because
So, but how did you end up? So how did that chapter of your entrepreneurship journey end?
And so then we started having multiple vans. I think we had up to, because sometimes 7 to 10 vans at the time. And then COVID came, and then it was booming.
More deliveries.
Yes. So me and my business partner knew that this weren't gonna last. We was even looking. All we were saying, let's make money and invest in land back home. From the very first day. That's what we used to say, because we knew this.
That's the common objective for a typical Soninke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because you could make about 6,000-7,000 per van.
Wow.
at the time. We are like, you know what, let's make as much as we can because this is going to go down and then let's invest back home. But then we had an issue with that driver. Again, because that driver, he used to be a bus driver. He would come today, tomorrow, he would tell you a story at the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, I can't come in. And then he had our vans. And as I said, the managers don't care. So we went to collect the van from his house. And then he said he wanted the money there and then. Imagine, after letting me down multiple times. And then we went to collect the van. So he reported us saying that we went to attack him.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And then obviously they told the managers. Next day we had a meeting. So they terminated our contracts.
You lost all rules.
Yes.
And that's how it ended.
But that's how it ended.
Wow.
So we ended in 25K debt.
Wow, because of their
Wow.
vans and everything you
Yeah.
had.
So imagine having 10 vans packed up outside your house and people are like, oh, you're making money.
Yeah,
Oh, you're making money.
exactly. But they are not yours.
Yeah,
actually.
you're always sweaty. I couldn't even tell anyone.
Yeah.
So at the time, so imagine, and then not only terminated our contracts, they were holding our money.
Wow.
So there was no money at the time. But you still got to pay your drivers
Yes.
because they don't care. And then we managed to give the drivers to someone else. And yeah, that's it. So we were sitting at home for a bit thinking, what are we going to do? Because remember, this is all I know from 2016 up to 2021.
Wow.
I think
Wow. For 6 years,
6 years, this is all I know.
build that business.
So every time I get about 10, 20,000, it's just van.
Wow.
Yeah, because reinvesting in the business.
Yes, yeah.
And there's another thing that I always tell people, because before Mohammed, we didn't have anyone here.
That's what I was gonna ask you,
Yes.
because what you're talking about is a lot of struggle and obstacles on the road.
Yeah.
So you must have a mentor there because you said you were young as well.
Yeah.
So did you have anyone that was guiding you?
No.
Just on yourself.
And the second follow-up question is, how did you overcome all these struggles?
Yeah. So this one, I always talk to the boys about this one because anyone that knows me, they know I love cars. So some people might be thinking, oh, somebody spend a lot of money on cars. I'm like, trust me, I don't. Because with the amount of money that we were making at the time, I could have bought like big cars, but I didn't. So we used to ask each other, like, where do we put the money? Because obviously I knew, because DPD is a wave as well. Sometimes January, February, you're making no money. So I used to go to Gambia every January. So all I knew is invest in land. But eventually there was something in me always telling me that I want to have something here. I want to make money here before investing all my money back home.
Yeah.
And we all have this like gathering. Sometimes you meet with friends and they're like, oh no, I think, the amount of money you're making, you need to invest this in, like, buy trucks, send them to Gambia. But before that, because I used to be in Gambia, so I know how that works. You take a car, we all know this story.
Yeah.
And it never works. So I used to just invest in a van. And at some point I used to buy vans or parts and save them. That's how I used to save money, because I'm not a saver. So to show you, like, I had no guidance. No one was telling me what to do. I just used to talk to my friends, and yeah, that's
So
it.
you basically did it all on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It's tough. So
Yeah.
so what came next after DPD?
So after DPD, I think I started doing long distance driving.
Is it the one you did with my cousin to France,
Sorry.
Spain?
Yeah, no, sorry.
Wow.
Before that,
Mm.
when DPD was quiet,
Yes.
I used to go to France on the weekends, bring vegetables.
Yeah, I remember
okra,
that.
yes,
And corn.
corns,
I
and
remember
all
that.
that stuff.
Yeah.
So I used to go sometimes Thursdays or Fridays. I would collect them,
Yes.
and then I would start selling from London. So then Coventry, then Birmingham, then Nottingham, Wakefield, all in the same day. Wakefield, Leeds, Bradford.
Wow.
Yeah. I used to do that. I did that for a while. So that used to help me to recover the money that we were losing in DPD at the time.
Okay. I'm paying the debt.
Yeah.
Paying towards the debt.
Yeah. No, that's before that happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I was
Okay.
doing
okay.
that.
That was
Oh,
it.
okay.
So while he was
parallel.
doing DPD,
Yeah.
parallel. He was
Wow.
doing this as well.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's
yeah.
why you see why I said serial entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's
So I was
a
doing
real
that. Yeah, because as I said, since we started making crazy money, we all knew what was coming. Yeah, so that's why I started doing this before it stops.
Wow, because now that you mentioned entrepreneur, for you to keep going, even though all the struggles you've been encountering, this must have been something, or must be something that you really love.
Yeah.
So have you always wanted to be an entrepreneur?
No. I always tell people, even like people like him, they're like, since young, no. I feel like it's pressure because you come from Gambia, because I was in Gambia for memorizing the Quran and all of that. So when I came back, obviously my dad was supporting the family and all of that. So then when I came in, I started working. So you have to help out in the house. And then eventually as time goes, so the bills are going up.
Yeah.
and then what you're making is not enough. So it's I guess it's the hunger for money. And then obviously I used to buy and sell phones in black market as well.
Wow.
I used to do that.
Ah, wow.
In black marketing, back in
market.
Gambia.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in Spain as well, we used to go to the shops. You know how it works.
Yeah.
Because obviously our parents never used to give us money.
Yeah.
So we would steal jackets and stuff and then sell them for half price. Yeah, we used to do that. Yeah. So yeah, I guess it's pressure.
I remember actually one time while she was buying the stuff from France, the vegetables and whatnot, bringing them. And one time I called you, I think you said you had to, you sold out twice in London and you had to go back to Paris to buy more to bring again.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, it's the okra.
Same moments. Like same.
Because you know how our people are when you start something, they move. Yeah, but you gotta be careful. That's what I always advise people. Be careful when you start. Because at first it was like, I remember when I used to cross from Calais, Dover.
Yeah.
People were already in my house here waiting.
Wow.
Yes,
And my wife,
I went to his house one time to collect corn. Bro,
Yeah.
it was a marketplace.
Wow.
The whole, it was like there were like 7, 8 people there collecting corn,
Yeah.
The leaves, potato leaves,
potato
whatever.
leaves, yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
So
Then-
so
I guess that's why Afro Market came then.
Yes.
After that, because
Yeah.
you're also doing that.
Yeah.
How many businesses have you done, or are you doing it?
no, you know, he has to walk us through them.
Yeah, all of them one by one.
So basically,
So after DPD,
after DPD, so yeah, I carried on doing that, but then it was a bit slow. So people started complaining, they like prices, right? Because remember, everything went up after COVID.
Yes.
And then Brexit came in. Which one came first, Brexit or COVID?
No,
I think
Brexit. No,
Brexit was 2020.
The laws of Brexit did not take effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until 2021 or 2, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So then I started doing it and it was good. So, because now that I saw our people like not
Embracing
coming
it, yeah.
No, they weren't embracing at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, they were complaining that the prices went up. So I started approaching shops, Nigerian shops, Ghanaian shops. I started selling to shops now. And then eventually, as soon as Brexit started, I went to Paris again. I invested about 6,000 in okra and all of that stuff. And then we got stopped in Calais saying that we're not allowed to go in.
Because
So
the
we
rules
have
have changed in importing stuff.
Okay.
The free movement
While
of
you were
goods.
on the road.
Yeah, no, when we got to Calais,
Okay, Calais.
yeah, to cross to Dover. Yeah. And then, so they stopped us there. And then they said I had to speak to agents in the port. So, and then you couldn't speak to them face to face, even though you could see the offices. You had to go and stay in the car park, which was very expensive, and then email them.
Wow.
So you was emailing them, they would reply every 3 hours. So imagine that's fresh okra, potato leaves, bisap, peanuts, garden egg they call it. Yeah,
garden,
Jakarta.
yes.
No,
Okra.
Kolinga.
Eggplant, that's eggplant. Garden eggs, eggplant.
Yeah, eggplant. Yeah. So we stayed 3 nights.
Wow.
Yeah, so we couldn't do anything. So yeah, most of it was just gone. It was a loss.
So was that your last trip?
No, then yes, I stopped it for a bit.
Yeah.
Then I started working on paperwork again, how to import and all of that stuff.
To make it legit.
Legit.
Yeah.
And eventually started bringing stuff. But then when that stopped, I started doing long distance
With my
with
cousin.
your cousin.
I remember, if I'm correct, I introduced you to, right?
Yes. Yeah, you introduced me to him. Yeah.
Where?
He lives in Leicester.
Leicester.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He does logistics.
Logistics.
Okay.
The container to Gambia.
Okay.
But then he started doing, also taking stuff to France, Spain.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I
okay.
introduced them. I said they could work together.
Yeah.
I think if
Power
I
connection.
yeah. So if as Gambians say, if my memory serves me well, I think he came to my house to collect something. I think it was food or vegetables or whatever. And then we started talking. He's like, bro, I've got an app. I told him what I used to do. Yes, because he saw vans packed up outside my house. Because I had brand new sprinters. So yeah, they're like, oh, you have vans. Bro, I was suffering. I wasn't sleeping at night. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then I started telling him, like, I used to work for DPD. This happened.
Yeah.
Then obviously I'm looking to do something else. Like, bro, I've got an application here that you could pick up jobs from different places. I'm like, are you serious? Like, yeah, and then he starts Korea exchange, and he started showing me. I was like, Alhamdulillah, this is God. Yeah, and then I immediately called my friend Bakari Sila. I was like, bro, we good now. Don't worry. So we got vans. Let's just start this.
Wow.
And then we was working under him. And then even though we had our company, but then we had to work under him.
Not me, my cousin.
His cousin. So
Exactly. That's how I'm confused.
So it was called Al Nur Logistics.
Yes.
So we started doing long distance, and I was doing my own private jobs.
Okay.
because people know me as a van man. Even till this day, they still call, even though I don't have vans here. So I was doing removals, but my back was gone by then.
Sorry to interject. I remember one time someone called me, oh, do you know someone who can help me move? I say, yeah, call Sambala. After I spoke to him feedback, he says, I know, you finish it. Like, in terms of payment, what happens with those ones when you move their stuff for them? When it's time for pay, what happens?
Yeah, but the same story. They don't want to pay, or they're too expensive. As the kids would say, pocket watching. That's our problem.
That's after you've done the job.
Yeah. And then I would want to negotiate. They're like, no, we're going to understand each other. Don't worry, bro. We are brothers. Don't worry, you know. And then most of them, can you imagine that some people who move drawers, they would sellotape them with stuff in there.
Ooh. Wow. So you move it with the stuff inside?
With the stuff inside. Wow. Even fridge, wallahi, fridge.
Wow.
So the saddest part is they do this to their own people only.
Yes.
They will never do that to white people.
That's what I'm talking about.
They do it to your own.
Yeah. So that happens often enough. That's why I tell people sometimes. That's why a lot of people run from our people when they start businesses.
Of course, it's understandable.
And they start telling you, look, you have a van, you have this, you have business. I'm like, brother, don't worry. This is my money. We all know how difficult removal is. How difficult was it when you was getting this seat here? That seat in the office. So and then we started doing long distance. That was good for a bit, but the problem is some companies would pay after 60 days, or they would look for small issues. Oh, you didn't put this in the invoice. So imagine you going to France, you going to all over the country, you're paying in advance, and invoices would take time to pay. I told my business partner back, this is not the right thing. Then,
of course,
before leaving it, we started working for Burberry as well. Yeah, so
Burberry.
Burberry, the clothing brand.
The clothing brand.
Doing deliveries.
Doing delivery. That was a life changer as well. That was very good money. Yes. So then we started doing that, and the guy refused to pay again. So that's why we had to go around the back. So because we had proofs, so we told the guys that this guy wasn't paying us. And then eventually we start. So whilst doing that, I started bringing more stuff, tigadegos, peanut butter,
the local African stuff.
African stuff. Because we would go with a full van. Sometimes we come empty. Sometimes we'd come with clothes, and you couldn't open the back. But obviously, after a while, they trust us. So I used to put stuff there. While we loading, they would see that I've got stuff. And then they would seal it. So when we get here, I would sell them. So just to cover my petrol cost and my travel cost. So I wanted that Burberry money to be clean money. Yeah. So we started with one van, and then 2 vans, 3 vans, up to 6 vans.
Wow.
Yeah. So because we used to subcontract, get people, because police people come here and they go back empty. So we could pay them a bit of money just to cover the expenses. So we go to France and then deliver.
Wow. Doing so many things that.
Yeah.
So how did that one end, and what was next?
So that stopped because I said the invoices.
Yes.
60 days. 60 days. Some of them 90 days. So and then I said,
there's actually businesses that cover those gaps, but obviously they charge interest. So they'll pay your invoices. They pay you now. They wait for that money.
It's like the umbrella companies, basically.
Kind of. No, different. Well, this is what they call. I think they call stopgap something.
Wow. Never heard of that.
No, they do that. They cover because you can't wait for 60 days, but they will pay you.
Yeah.
They wait. So now Burberry will pay them.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but they get a cut from it.
Course.
For example, if you have to wait 60 days to get £100, if I give you £90 now, will you take it or not?
Of course.
Exactly. So there's a £10 for me, and I will charge you for later on. So anyway, there's a business for that. But carry on.
Every day is a school day.
We all learn.
Yeah. So then after that, then you introduced me to you had a side business at the time. The one you started Sony.
Oven cleaning. Yes. I had an oven cleaning side
and
also.
I think we were just having a conversation.
Yes.
He was telling me how much he was making.
Yes.
Whilst doing that.
Yeah.
And then obviously, but because of Sony transfer, got busy.
Okay. Yeah. So you was doing that before Sony?
No. So while I was a Land Rover.
Okay.
So obviously it was good money. Leaving that to start Sony, where you get no money.
Yeah.
In fact, you put money into it.
Exactly.
You borrow money from family, put money into it. So I had to start something that obviously pay the bills. So I started the oven cleaning because it was flexible. You can do it anytime, weekend, evenings. So you go clean people's oven. So I started that on the side, doing that alongside Sony. until it got to a point whereby I could no longer do them together because I would be cleaning ovens. People would be calling me. So to do our office was right below this building.
Yes,
You remember our first
I
office?
remember, yeah.
People were calling me. I'm like, oh, they would be like, oh, I'm standing outside the office.
Oh,
I need
so
to
no
send
one would
money
be there.
So I had to just make the decision. I love that business. When you go into people's home, they make you tea.
Yes.
You chat to them.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was really
You build
it was never boring.
relationships,
You
yes.
travel as well. You travel
Yeah.
and met really nice people. And so I could not carry it on. Then I parked the van because it's an investment you make. The equipment, the van, everything. I parked it. So yeah, then I don't remember how we got to the conversation, but you carry on.
Yeah. And then from what I remember, sorry, because I forget a lot. Because we have our chats, subhanallah.
Yeah.
It's full.
I even understand why you forget a lot.
Yeah.
with all that you've gone through.
Yeah.
So then, because we're always having conversations, as he says, let's have conversations. I think I told you that it was dying down. And then obviously, because with everything, at that point, with everything that I was doing, I wanted to scale it up and then employ people to do it, delegate it. So then obviously the blueberry thing, as I said, so the Polish people used to take it at the end. You know, they would come, they would take it. So then I started doing this as well on the side.
The oven cleaning.
The oven
okay.
cleaning.
Yes.
But then I saw the opportunity. So I still remember my first day when I went to clean some, because it was awkward.
Yeah.
I've never done anything like, I normally knock doors, leave the box. By the time you open the door, I'm gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then this is what you start to talk to them.
Yeah.
They, you know how people are.
Yeah.
They would open up, oh yes, and they would make you tea, they would give you food, they would even tip you. But then we started doing it, it was good. Then I convinced again my business partner.
Bucks.
Yeah.
Again. I told him, look, at that time, he, I think he even invested that long distance thing.
Yeah.
Because that long distance, the Luton vans was good for that. Luton van is like a box van. So you have a tail lift that lifts the thingy and it's big. So you can carry most of, even if it's not big, you have the space. So you don't have to pick it manually. But Bucks had a long wheel normal van. Yeah, but then he invested a lot of money in diesel expenses. So, you know, he wasn't seeing no returns. Then we decided to stop that. So he had that van that's worth over 10,000.
Wow.
Then as I was doing it, then I saw the opportunity. I was like, this is a good business for you to get into. So then obviously I was doing it more. I was cleaning, I think maybe 1 or 2 at the end, about 3 a day. It was very good. So then Bucks came in, he invested about 10,000. He bought a van and the equipment. So what was that tank?
Yeah.
You had to put a
You
tank
have to
at
put
the
a
back.
tank in the back of the van
Yeah.
with the gas.
Yeah.
It heats up.
Yeah.
So when you strip the oven,
Wow.
you put the racks, everything in there. So that's what cleans it. While you're cleaning the inside in the house,
Yeah.
those things are cooking inside the van.
Yeah.
I remember some of the people come knock on the there's a smoke.
Steam.
There's smoke coming from the van.
They didn't know where it's
Like so it's
Don't
like
worry.
the steam. Quite interesting.
So that's why Bucks. So by the time Bucks started, he couldn't do the gas because then they introduced the electric one. So it was very expensive. I think he spent about 4,500 for the equipment only.
yeah.
Yeah. So that was
An
electric.
investment you make.
Yeah. And then he bought a van as well. So they put it in there. That was about £10,000 investment. So then we started doing it, but then eventually we seen that we couldn't scale it. So getting people, I tried to get a couple of people again from the community, but it wasn't working.
Yeah.
What was it? It was too much for you at the time, or what?
No,
why
I
you
just
couldn't-
wanted to scale it up, employ people.
Yes.
Okay.
Just wanted to grow.
Yeah.
Grow
Yeah.
to grow it at least to like 5 vans because I was used to having like multiple and I just fell in love with business, I guess.
Yeah. Yes.
So I didn't just want it to be a self-employment thing. I wanted to create a business and
But sorry to cut you. That what he's saying about growing. A lot of people that I saw in the business before I went into it, that's what they do. Some of them, even today, they still doing it. They have like 10, 15. There's one in London. He has about 7, 8 vans.
Yeah, yes.
And
yes.
even that oven cleaning business, I had plans for it. That's why I parked the van for months and months.
I remember, yeah.
Months and months because I could not let it go.
Yeah.
Because remember,
vision
now,
you had
now
with it.
remembering now, telling him, there's so much money to be made in this. I can't just let it go. Even though I can't do it anymore
Yeah,
because I'm busy with Sonita as well.
Yeah.
That's why I tried to hand it over to him.
Yeah. To make
I
sure
had
it's
plans.
in good hands. Yeah.
Remember, I had plans
take it to
America.
Wow.
Yes, I did research. My younger brother did research for me. I did research. They don't have oven cleaning in America. Yes, they don't. So I don't know. I even contacted the company that did the training and the supplying of stuff. We spoke. I said, could I get the product to ship to America and sell it? He said, yeah, why not? But Sony transfer got in the way.
Yeah.
But alhamdulillah,
Which
I'm
is
not
not bad
complaining.
as well. Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still kind of miss that business
Yeah.
because I felt like You know, he's saying he didn't want to be an entrepreneur. You are an entrepreneur. You don't have to want to be. You are. Only an entrepreneur would do what you've done.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's why I asked him whether
done.
he wanted to be since he was young.
No, he is. He just
Yeah.
didn't know it.
Yeah.
He is an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Only an entrepreneur would do that.
Yeah, so then we couldn't scale it personally. We tried we've tried employing people. They were coming there, like, it's very hard because you have to obviously be on your knees, you know, and scrubbing. Because some of them would be, sometimes I'm like, how can they still cook?
Yeah.
I would ask them, are you still cooking? They're like, yeah, we usually. yeah. So by the time, because we still got pictures, so by the time you finish it looks brand new.
Yeah.
And they used to tip us and all that. So we had a conversation. I said to Bax, well, look, we can't scale this. And then eventually we decided to just sell it. Well, we didn't end up selling. No, Bax, I think he sold the van.
Yes. Took the equipment out.
Yeah, and then I sold the van too.
Yeah, you sold that one. Yeah, remember.
Sold it.
And
So
where's the
basically,
equipment now?
the equipment.
Did you sell it with the equipment? Or?
No. Remember,
did
the
you do?
equipment is in my garden.
You serious?
Okay.
You still have it?
Still have it, yeah. And Bax is still got his.
Oh my God.
Just in case, or what?
Nah, not really, because I don't know, it's just hard to let it go. I don't know. Some things are just, when I see not now, because it's in my garage.
Okay.
But I used to just look at it sometimes, and then I used to sit down. I remember them times I used to be like, nothing seems to work now.
Yeah.
But you speak to people,
and
then obviously him is a mentor for everyone here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I speak to him, he would just give me courage. As Sarangulesi, kuras.
Yeah, courage. Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be like, But one thing I knew for sure, that I don't want to go back to employment.
Yeah.
They would just tell me about good jobs, you could be employed. I hated the thing employee. But I'm not saying everyone has to do what they got to do, because this is a very important message. It's not, there's nothing bad about 9 to 5. It's just that I wanted to be self-employed.
Yeah.
Because obviously I had a taste for it. And then after that,
let me just add up. Not many people will go through what you have gone through.
Exactly.
After DPD,
that's what I'm saying.
after DPD, £25,000 in debt.
Yeah.
Most people will just get a job and for life.
Yeah.
Yes, and stop there.
And one
So,
more
yeah.
thing, yes, it was 25k debt. And then we rented again the vans to someone else. So he used to pay late. At the end, he weren't paying the vans, and he damaged them. If you're watching, you know who I'm talking about.
I don't think you'd be watching.
You know what I mean? So yeah,
So from there, where did you go next then?
So from the oven cleaning,
Yes.
then I think I got into Uber.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You did Uber.
Everything.
Uber, yes.
I'm still doing Uber, but I do it every now and then.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it goes there. Partially, yeah.
Yes.
So Uber is very good for a lot of people. I always advise, even yesterday, I was telling someone, I'm like, just get Uber. You don't have to do it full time. Yeah, just do it part. And, I've met people here in America that they have corporate jobs. They're making over 150, 200,000 a year. They still do Uber, especially in London.
On the side,
It's very good. So I feel
Especially
like,
when you love cars as well.
yeah, a lot of people are still like shy. Even when I started, they're like, Uber. I think I was the second one, first. No, Tambadu was the first one, but he was in Wolverhampton. So I think I'm the Birmingham first driver here in our community.
to do Uber.
To do Uber.
Okay.
So then when they told me about Uber as well, there's a lot, but I can't remember. But then I think it's Uber.
Yes.
I started doing Uber, and then it was good. But then I could see that some weeks are good, some weeks are not good, because you have to put in the hours. And then I wanted a physical business. Then I opened a garage.
Okay, the garage. I think that's where I knew you from.
Yeah, the garage. Yeah.
So
I completely forgot about the garage. Oh my God. So the garage. Yes.
Yeah, so
And you're not even mechanic.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Yes. Mom's is the mechanic.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
So love for cars,
Yeah.
and then I used to take my cars to some guys because I love Mercedes.
Yes.
You would take them, they wouldn't fix it properly, or they would just come up with stories. I'm like, I think it's about time. And then they used to charge arm and a leg for saying, oh, this is a Mercedes. And so many reasons. Or I would take my car, they would waste my time. Remember, I had Mercedes Sprinters before.
Okay.
So I'm familiar with them. So by this time, I still don't know nothing about mechanics, but I know the vans. So if I start a Sprinter right now, we're sitting here, if I hear the engine, Sprinters, I'm not talking about other vans.
Yeah.
I could sometimes, even little rattles, I would know that there's something wrong with the engine. Yeah, so that's how good when it comes to Sprinters. So then I was like, you know what, let's open a garage. But it was planning, because I had it in mind for a bit. And I remember my dad used to tell me this growing up, I'm going to put him in a car school and then he's going to be a mechanic.
Okay.
But that's not one of the reasons. But yeah, so then the opportunity came. And then I spoke to someone at first from London. He came from Spain, and then he told me that he's a mechanic. He wants to open his own garage, but he didn't have money. And then I think that was my first conversation. And then I met Mams through a friend.
Okay.
And then we spoke. Yeah. And then, I think after a month, I started looking for places. And then I got one in Winson Green. And then, I think after a month, so we launched.
How did it end?
Because there was...
Or why?
So basically it was going well. It was getting customers and all of that. But the problem is because he had some issues with the settlement scheme.
Oh, yeah, because he's Spanish.
Spanish.
He's Spanish, so
Yeah. And then obviously, see, when you open a business, sometimes, even with mechanics, they have regulators that they will come and visit often. So there was a time, I still remember, that someone warned us that they will come and do checks. So sometimes you don't need a degree, but you need certificates for certain things. And then there was a lot involved. And then I think we was 6 months down that line, because obviously Uber wasn't good enough. It was very quiet, and especially for the car I was driving, because I was driving an executive. So my purpose was more about getting customers from Uber, even though I'm not meant to be saying this. But And then I got some clients, but it was quiet. And then I bought a van, and then that's when I started Afro Market, whilst having the garage here.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
So you always start something while you are already on.
Yes.
So sometimes when I see, for example, because I didn't know how difficult was it to run a garage. Because from outside everything looks easy. This looks easy now. But how long did it
I was sweating.
So that's what I'm saying. So it comes with a lot. A lot of people are telling me, please stay in this business, don't close this business. I'm like, okay. And I would say this for the records. A lot of people that were telling me not to close it, they never took their cars there once. That's another thing.
They never patronize you.
Exactly.
Never, ever.
Yes.
Yeah. And some people just sit down saying, let's see how long this business lasts.
Wow.
And even our elders, unfortunately, I had to tell them. Some people are like, I heard you closed the garage. I'm like, you knew I had a garage. I heard that. Because see, with me, I know cars. For example, I spot him everywhere. I spot anyone everywhere. So I know your cars. You can't lie to me. I see your cars in the garage.
You never
know
come to me.
They never come. So obviously, I won't tell you, but don't come to me, because they're very good at celebrating failures.
Yes.
But when it comes to supporting,
false hope.
false hope.
They do false hope. They make it look like, yes, we're behind you. We're ready to support you. It's just a sad reality. But if you're going into entrepreneurship, you need to be prepared for this.
Yes.
You need to have a thick skin.
Yes.
The false hope, it's going to happen. Let no one kid you. But
And another thing is, I always used to ask every single one about feedbacks. There was only two guys, him and Baba Jara, that would give me feedbacks. Because obviously I'm not there, and I'm part of the business. It's a 50-50 business. So people, I would ask them, is everything okay? Everybody now, very good. This was good. Then Mohammed came from Gambia one day. He's like, bro, I heard that your garage closes sometimes. Do you remember that?
Yeah, because people came and told me.
Yeah.
So I said, as a business owner,
I
need to know what's going wrong.
Exactly.
So likewise, another business owner, I need to tell them.
Exactly. Especially when it's your friend.
Yes.
So can you imagine? And I used to ask everyone, please, whatever you see, let me know. And speak to my partner. No, it's all good. This, alhamdulillah, this will go forward. This, this is the best thing you've done so far. So then, so when I went to France, because we kept on trying, he paid some money for his documents and all of that. So it was taking ages. So we just couldn't make it work. And then prior to that, before I open the garage, before I get into anything, I like to ask people that are already doing it. Either you lie to me or you tell me the truth. I want to hear what you got to say. So, because most of these garage guys in Ismaili, they're my friends. So some of them would tell me, be careful. You need a good mechanic, and you need to understand a bit of mechanics. You can't just run it because you put your money. They were telling me good points. Don't do this, don't do that. Some of them would tell me that it's not good anymore. Don't open it. Like we all had that. When I started in Uber, I had that. With everything that you do. And they're still doing it. And those guys were milking me for a long time. They're like, don't know. Some of them even stopped talking to you.
Wow.
Yeah, can you imagine?
That's bad, man.
Yeah, but I had a few good ones. There's always a few good ones. They gave me a lot of good advice that eventually I got to see it's not a thing of just opening a garage and just having one guy there. No, that's not how it works. There's a lot that comes with it, and then, So
You learn. You learn in every venture.
Yes,
You
and
learn.
that's another one. Because a lot of people think that you just open this and you close it and it's a failure. But I've learned so much.
Yeah.
I've never read a book until I think someone told me about books, I think in 2019, but I was like, nah, that's a foolish thing. Until he told me, and then someone else told me from America, and my friend, I used to talk to him, he's like, try reading books about business. I'm like, bro, let me just
Only the practical.
Yeah. So then obviously when you start reading books, you understand that there are a few things that, you have to go by the book. There are certain principles and then you even see things that you've been doing before, but you didn't know that they were part of,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? So, yeah. So then obviously went to Afro Market. So I was in France for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while between France and Spain.
Between France and Spain and England.
Yes.
So my family is here.
Yes.
So I would live in France. I would come here for a week and go back to France.
Wow.
Yeah. So I would buy stuff from Spain, sell it in France. Like
the African stuff,
the Maggi
stuff,
seasoning and all that stuff.
And that's what you're doing currently now.
In France, yes.
Yeah, no, but it's working, but you are no longer there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
His partner is there running that now.
Yeah, my partner's running that. So yeah, when I went there, so it was tough. Like because obviously till this day I don't speak French, and obviously there was a lot of people giving me false hope when I used to go back in 2019, 2020. They're like, if you come here, you love driving vans, you've had vans, somebody you're gonna kill it.
Yeah.
This one, especially I used to drive to Spain as well.
Yeah.
So excuse me. So they're like, yeah. Once you start that, you'll be milking it, and a lot of them. Before, I think 1 month prior to starting it, I would message every single one of them. Now I'm buying a van, I'm doing it up, I'm coming to France, I'm doing it. Okay, mashallah, may Allah make it easy. May Allah make it easy. I'm like, okay.
That's when they stop talking to you slowly.
No, some of them would just let you come to the sea and find yourself there. And then and they're like, hey, come, this, inshallah, you'll thank me later. Bear in mind, those people have connections there already. They've been selling. You know what I mean? And then another thing is, because they selling traditional wise, so they go door to door.
Okay.
Obviously, to start with, you have to do that. And then obviously another challenge is marketing. Because being Sarangule, there are certain lines you shouldn't cross, and I was thinking about all of that. So I was there for a month, and he's from our friend Gambianke. He's the first one that because I went there, I used to just do flyers because I used to be camera shy.
Yeah.
So I just used to do flyers and then put them on on TikTok. Before even going to France, I never had TikTok. I think I started using TikTok in 2021, 2022.
Okay.
And then I did flyers and then put them on TikTok. But there's no traffic coming in. And then one day I went to sell for like mouth to mouth.
Yeah.
So I went to sell in one of the areas. My friend recorded me. And then he posted it on TikTok.
Yes, that's
This is Gambianke, right?
No, this was Dansoro.
Dansoro, yes.
A video, he was just asking me, because I was wondering, I'm like, the price. So I was just picking stuff. He's like, Sambala, how much is this? I'm like, this is 50, this is this, this is that.
And there's a good content there.
Yeah. But I didn't know.
It was natural,
Yeah. And then he posted it with my number and his number. The next day he rang me because he's like, hey, bro, I'm nearly getting sacked. I woke up because when I'm going to bed, bear in mind, sometimes I used to stay there for a whole week, no calls.
Wow.
So I normally put my phone on airplane mode. I used to be at home trying to see, doing research, going from place to place. It was tough. And then the next day I'm getting over 100 calls.
Wow.
From one video.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, okay. Okay. So then, and then I started posting on. So that was the first boom. So that day, I think I sold about 1,000.
Wow.
1,000 in one day. Remember, I used to sell 150 or 50 or 60, 70. And when you start in a business, it's not about the amount of money.
It's the fact that you sold.
Yeah,
exactly.
That feeling.
Exactly.
When I used to sell that, some people are like, this massive, because my van is massive, it's 6 miller. They're like, oh, you bring in with this, you come in with this massive van just for 50. I'm like, yeah. But I used to feel very good.
Exactly.
I'm in another country. I don't speak their language. No support at this time. I don't know anyone. All these guys that were telling me to come, you call them, you don't know. They're like, oh, you have to try that. Yeah, this is how it is. Not going to be easy. They start telling you crazy stories. When I came here, I used to stay 1 year. So they're the ones that used to tell me that, come, we will support you.
Yes.
Now it's a straight attack.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And because they see that you started making it.
Yes, and the craziest part is my capital was very low, but I had to match their prices in order to sell them. That was another killer. So I had to do that eventually. Obviously, but obviously my wife is here. My wife was supporting me a lot, and my brother as well. So they were asking me, is everything okay? When I say support, even if they don't give me money straight away, because my family is here, I had to bring money here.
Yeah.
But they would help me in a way where I don't have to spend or bring money here. So, you know what I mean? That helped. Because I'm paying rent there, I'm paying rent here. So then after that video, I started making videos. Gambia also, Gambian also took a video on Snap. And then, I started selling. But then it's like a wave. It goes up and down. And then that's when I started doing promo. But remember, I'm getting started. But you have to pay these people about 300-400 euros. You don't make that in 2 weeks. You know, and when I say that I sold 1,000, that's not profit.
Yeah.
You know,
That's just the revenue.
revenue. So, and then I couldn't go to Spain as well often like the other guys, because obviously going to Spain and back is 600. Remember? So so eventually, slowly I started making content, taking videos myself. I used to repeat some videos about 20 times to be sweating like you're sweating. You know, I would put it there, but I'm overthinking about what people are going to think. Because obviously I've been there as well. I'm like, you know, and then when you have that so-called Hafiz al-Quran, you know, you don't have to speak certain, even the simple videos that I used to take, people will call me. Wow. They're like, you know, you shouldn't put your face out there.
Yeah, people might.
And then that used to get to me, seriously. I would just stop making videos, try use other people, but it doesn't work. You know, so you have to put yourself out there.
Exactly.
So every time I make videos, and my mom,
especially as a business.
Yeah, my mom would message me.
Look, sorry again to cut. When you mentioned how people call you, the first flyer I did, COVID lockdown, it was at home. We couldn't go anywhere for Sony transfer. I stood by the radiator in the kitchen. My wife took a photo of me. I went on Canva, create a flyer. It took me a whole day to create a flyer. Now how long does that take you now? Minutes? It took me a whole day to create a flyer. And then posted it just so to introduce the business to people. I had calls, people. Oh no, you don't do this. Don't put your face out.
Wow.
Anyway, carry on.
So
everyone gets this.
Wow,
so
this is crazy.
You need to remember one thing. There will never be a shortage of people to tell you don't do this when you start business.
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah, that's when at the time when you need them to support you. No, what they do is the opposite. So if you're going to go into business, be prepared for that. Anyone that tells you otherwise is fooling you. Be prepared for people to discourage you. So in transfer, some of the people that told me yesterday, I met someone who was celebrating me. But he's one of the people that told me, oh, don't leave your job. I'll land over because of this job. But like he said, it's not coming from a bad place. It's coming from a place of love. But this is just how our people think.
Exactly. So you can be sincerely, you can be
sincerely wrong.
Yeah. You can be sincere, but sincerely wrong.
Sincerely wrong, yeah. So anyone that's going into entrepreneurship, you have to know this. People will discourage you. Sometimes even your own parents. Exactly. Don't do this. But it's not coming from a place of hatred. It's just the way we think, what we think of ourselves is what we project onto other people. If I feel like I can't skydive, I will tell you not to skydive. It's simple as that.
As BK said, you cannot advise people
beyond your capacity.
Mr. B.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So, I love that. But so hold on. After Afro Market, so what was next? I can't even though I'm here with even though I'm involved with all of this. Remember in Spain we went to the factory and everything.
Oh yes.
Yes.
So yes, before that. So then let me go quick. So I was selling there, and then it got busy, and then I told my friend that I think it's about time. Obviously you come, and then because obviously I could see that the business needed.
Dauda was here in Birmingham.
Yes.
So you asked Dauda to come meet you in Spain, in France. Yes.
So then when Dauda came, because then he was picking up. I could pay my rent a bit, I could make a bit of money. And then obviously that's when he came, but I knew that I needed money, but I didn't want to borrow money. So what I wanted to do for Dauda to go there and work here and support the business. And that's what I did. So I came back, I had to start with Uber, rent a car again. You know what I mean? So working with Uber, doing other things like buying and selling cars, just to raise money quickly.
Yeah.
And then we started doing interviews, and then we done few interviews. Then when we went to the interview, next day our phone was woof. I was like, now Alhamdulillah, we're good. That's what
I love it.
And then we started bringing pallets. We started ordering like lumps. Imagine that van was like. From like chest up full.
Yes, absolutely.
And then I think 3 or 4 days later, we were getting phone calls. Remember from the very first day when I used to go to our people in the foyers, they're like, how much you renting this car for? This van.
That's what they ask.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So this woman car. The British car is woman car. And then you guys come from Spain trying to take all our jobs. Like, our own people.
In your face.
Yes. Or other people that are doing the business from like motorbikes or just competitors in general. I was so focused, seriously, that I wasn't even focused. I was only focused on the prices. And that was killing me, but I had to match them. And then some of them would tell me of, why would you? And they selling it for the same price. They're like, you shouldn't be selling for that price. You know what I mean? And then this low balling, now 45, leave it for 40. You know what I mean? So all of that stuff. But then, long story short, after that interview, few days later, they stole all our products.
Yeah, I remember.
14 to 16,000 euros worth of stuff.
From the van.
You see,
From the van.
I would have quit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And remember, we had customers, because at that time we started approaching shops. And then we had like big customers that would order big amounts. You know what I mean? Even some, because a lot of the aunties sell from home. But sometimes you sell 20, 30 COs or boxes.
Buckets of
you know,
peanut butter.
Peanut butter and seasoning. The 1,500 pieces. And then imagine they're calling you and you don't have products.
Wow.
And people ask me also, you didn't had any money sitting. But remember, I'm in a stage where I'm reinvesting.
Yeah.
Everything I get, I'm reinvesting. So, and that day, I think 2 days before, we went to buy products from Spain. So the van was full. Yeah. And then they stole all our products.
Wow.
Perfumes, because we do body lotions, perfume. So at that time, I was,
And so, all that you didn't give up.
No. Because at that time, I had a lot of customers. And then it was, as I said, it's fulfilling. Because I know the market is big, but there's many guys selling. So for me to come into that market and start getting my own loyal customers and then repeated customers. That was my because I used to tell my partner, this is the most important thing. They buy today, no problem. Tomorrow, then after tomorrow, they're still coming. So because my, what do you call that in business? My what do you call it? Because obviously everyone was selling, but I wanted to be the fastest delivery.
Your differentiating factor.
Yes. So I wanted to be the fastest, and that's how we were operating. You call us, even when I used to take videos, I used to tell them, you call us and you have it. So France is chaos, it's chaotic, traffic. People used to, are you sure? Because obviously other guys are busy.
You're consistent.
They know how busy it is.
Yes. And then I'm like, yes. So then we used to be you call us, we there. We used to spend the whole day delivering.
Wow.
And some people are like, you stupid, you spend a lot of money on diesel.
Wow. Some people,
but they don't know the good service you give it.
If you listen to people,
and eventually I'm coming into that. So I saw the opportunity. When that happened, I'm like, you know what? Why don't I become the provider in France? So all these guys can buy from me. So and then that's how we spoke. Me and him spoke. We met in Spain. So we went to have that conversation. But then I think just before we got there, he said he got someone in France.
Yeah, the fact that we went there,
Imagine that guy is selling full trucks now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I wanted to do, because a lot of people are focused on the small.
Exactly.
So I saw that, because obviously I'm seeing that everyone's driving all the way to Spain. I'm like, there should be a way.
Of course.
So we went to meet the guy. So it was a good meeting, because I had a few conversations after that. And then when we couldn't do that, we looked into doing it in Gambia.
Yes. We looked into doing it in Gambia.
Yeah, but then obviously other funny challenges.
I completely forgot that part of your journey. And also there's another thing we discussed. Because you take the fresh products. I remember one time we were sitting at the coffee shop. You mentioned that you were spending days extra waiting for someone to give you products, like the fresh products that you've already paid for. But it says today, tomorrow. So
from Spain.
So I remember when I said, why didn't we go into farming? Yes,
So
we looked at going into farming.
And
there's something interesting that I like to say. It all goes back to how our people don't believe in us. I know someone that I was told, maybe he's going to say this, but it is what it is. He has tons of experience in farming and stuff. I called him. I told him, send him pictures and stuff of what we want to do. We looked into buying farmland and everything. I told him, which is what we want to do. We want you to be the first person that comes and maybe run the show for us. Straight away he told me, I said, no. He said, no. He said, no.
Without even asking.
And one thing, I could put my hand any on the Quran and say, we would have given him better working conditions, pay him better, give him more freedom, 100%. But he said no. So
That's
again, this goes back to your van when you can't get people. Sony Transfer have tons of stories of people that I try to employ. If they don't want to come,
was a white guy calling.
oh yes, they'll run.
Yeah, exactly.
Same.
This I don't know. Anyway,
Even some of the drivers, just going back to that, some of the drivers we had that they were inconsistent. Once they started working for white people, but I think some of them still there.
yes, yeah. So,
And it's been 6 years.
6 years, and they're still there.
Wow.
But they wouldn't work for you. But they're working for white people.
Yeah.
My goodness,
It's crazy.
Yes,
It's crazy.
So I think so. Then we went there, and
Yes.
then he said
looked
he's
into the
got some
farming.
money. Yeah, we looked into the farm. That farming came after as well.
Yes,
So
yes.
after from I saw we started. We had to go to Spain and get stuff. So we started slowly putting money in there as well. And then this vegetable thing opportunity came on board as well. So and then we started doing it. So what I did. So the guy, maybe he's gonna watch this. So when I went to speak to him, my cousin introduced me to him. And then he said, "Oh, I've been doing this for years, but then the problem is people come and they don't want to pay.
Yeah.
And then every year, the last trip, they don't pay us. I gave him 3,000. We gave him, me and my
Yes, in
business
advance,
partner.
yeah.
In advance.
Yes.
I think 2 months prior.
Yeah.
Just so we could secure.
Yes, yes.
But guess what? We were the last sometimes. My business partner used to spend 3 days in the van.
Waiting.
Just waiting
for something you've already paid for.
Yeah.
See, this is a problem.
Wow.
And then people,
Yes.
bear in mind, people will pay him half or not even pay him at all.
He will
They'll
still
give
give
him
to
full
them.
van, go there,
Wow, this
sell.
is crazy, man.
But we used to
This is-
pay every single time.
Again.
And he
we-
still
we-
played with you.
Again, we don't respect each other.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
the
problem.
Exactly.
I think
Yes.
so.
If it was white people that had paid him, do you think he would dare
Never.
not deliver?
Never.
No, unfortunately.
And then obviously again, I wanted to be consistent and professional.
Yeah.
So we promised people since it started that we're gonna be coming every week.
Mm-hmm.
So remember, it's every week from Spain to think 600 cost alone
Wow.
for the van.
Yeah.
And then he used to go every Dauda Silla. Shout out to him.
Yeah. Salute, Dauda.
Yeah. So he used to go every Wednesday or Tuesday. Go there. He's a hustler. I got him into vans, but the way he can drive a van now,
Yeah.
So he used to stay by the beach. Remember, there's mosquitoes and everything biting him, and he's still there.
Wow.
For 4 months, sometimes we would come, the van would be half empty, but we had to deliver.
Yes.
course.
We used to get over 1,000 calls.
Wow.
And the way we did it is every time, if you go to Afro Market, you would see it. We used to post it everywhere, and it was consistent, and it was very good. And then we couldn't serve people. So I told Mohammed, look, even if I get a whole farm, I would, because every time we used to write names, I think we used to get like 200, 300 orders. We can only do maybe less than 100.
Wow.
Because the guy would tell us a different story every week.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
And we couldn't go to anyone else. They're like, oh, are you crazy? When I the first day I went there, I went with the van. The guy's like, oh, wait. So you want to fill that van? It's impossible.
Yeah. See?
Wow, impossible. Yes.
Yeah. Even so then I was
Because probably he never seen someone doing
Coming to buy this much.
Yeah.
and I was pissed. So I remember going to Banyolas. I told my cousin, I'm like, cause I went to this guy, and then he said I'm crazy. Like, yeah, of course you're crazy. Yeah, it's like this van. Oh no, this one is
Of
terrible.
course, you're crazy.
So then so he started doing that for 4 months, and then it was. But then we was very disappointed, and then even the customers they like, you promised us, we couldn't fulfill the needs because we had to do it every. So we at some point we wanted to do it twice a week. But
it wouldn't be possible with
no,
this
no.
provider.
So then we started looking for farms in Spain, and then we spoke to a couple of people, but then nothing happened. And then now we're about to start again, but let's see how it's gonna end. Because we have to come together.
That dream, we have to find a way to make this happen. Because you know, again, this is a no-brainer. Because we are the ones consuming these products.
Exactly.
We are the ones, we're talking about okra and stuff. Every household you go to, we are the ones consuming these products. So why can we not farm these products? Our people transport them, sell it to our people. So it's like from the people, for the people, by the people. It's
That's it.
It's a no-brainer.
stays in
We
our
don't need
circle.
anyone else to tell us anything. No matter how many of these products. In fact, I remember Mohammed Haidara when we were talking that day, because he's based in Paris. He said, some of the products, he said, those are the only products that you never see in a shop lying around.
Yes.
He said, those products, people buy them off you. Those products, you don't get a chance to
Exactly.
put them in a shop. the moment you bring them,
Yeah.
people buy them off you.
Exactly.
That's why when he said that, I was like,
Yeah.
we need to get a farm.
Yeah.
We need to go into farming.
Of course.
Yeah.
But our people, oh my
And then the
God.
amount of people I spoke to, again, this is not to attack anyone, because I know how Spain is. It's very difficult to do business. That's one thing that I always say. Because obviously I've tried doing so many things, but it's not impossible. But we have to come together, which we say very lightly.
Yes,
but
we don't do
it's almost crazy. Because from the smallest of things, sometimes when you want to do something with our people,
Yes.
from the smallest thing, pocket watching, again, it goes back to that.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah.
money, you have money.
Yeah,
you have
you
money.
have-
Especially when they know you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even
Like
my own,
personally, yeah.
sometimes my own friends, they're
Yeah,
like,
that's what
you know,
I mean when they know you personally.
Yeah,
they're like,
they feel like they are entitled for a
Exactly.
discount.
I told one of
Yeah.
the guys doing, imagine he goes from Valencia 3 months, Lerida, this. I said to him, could you work for us in a farm? Huh? He's like, somebody. So, and then remember, because obviously he would phone me and tell me about certain things.
Probably
That's not,
getting less than 1,000.
thank you.
Yeah.
I told him, look, I would pay you 1.5. It's like, huh? How 1.5? So how long? I said to him, I can pay you in advance if you want.
Yeah.
And that's not gonna come from the farm. He's like, so by the time we cultivate this, I'm like, don't worry, that's coming from my pocket. As if you can agree that you would go and work, I will pay you off my pocket. He's like, okay, I will think about it. Remember, as you said, that guy's making less than what? Sometimes he would sit down. Yeah.
I know what they get there.
Yeah.
in the farms,
And then
yeah.
that's the same guys that would tell you, Sambala, I seen you. They're the best of advisors. But you're not doing anything. Sambala, it's about time you come here. Don't stay there. You need to come this. You know, the level your business are right now. Your business,
They don't
you need
even
to
know
do
the
your-
level.
Yeah.
So, you know, you need to come here. You need to have some of your business. I told him, Sambala, you know Sambala. You know what I mean? Then, obviously, now it's about time again that we're doing this. But even yesterday, I think last night we was talking about this because I don't know how we're gonna end up. And then, can you imagine throughout the year, people were still calling us because we do a lot of stuff. But now the demand, the demand
That's
is
the
high,
problem.
and then we can't meet the. So after, go on. What was you gonna
No, so I was gonna say we could be here all night.
Yeah.
But after Afro Market, no, well, I mean not after Afro Market, but how did you segue from Afro Market? You left Dauda running Afro Market.
yeah.
Now, how did you get back? How did you get into what you're doing now? There's nothing else between that and what you do now, right?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. No.
So which is the Mercedes?
No, it's just Uber.
Oh,
the
the
big
V,
class.
I even forgot about that.
That's what he's doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
this
V
is-
class. Yeah.
Explain to people what
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
doing now,
yeah.
basically.
So right now I run a chauffeur company. So we've got one V class here, and there's 2 in London, and then 2 in Manchester. So we've teamed up.
So the Mercedes V class.
V class, yeah.
For the luxury travel.
Yeah, luxury, yeah.
Yes.
So
You'll see
SK
footages.
Lux,
Yes, yes.
SK Lux chauffeurs,
Yes.
yeah. So we transport people from within Birmingham or London, mainly it's London and Manchester and all over nationwide.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
how did you get into it?
I got into it by accident
Yes.
because someone called me.
Yes.
The first guy I worked for in the vans in DHL,
Yes.
he's the same
The
guy.
Zimbabwean.
Zimbabwean.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't talk for like 2 years. 1
Yes.
year. That's why it's good to be doing what you're doing and let people know what you're doing.
And don't burn bridges.
Yes.
Don't
That's
burn
another
bridges.
one. Yeah,
Very
yeah,
important.
yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Because obviously, yes, that's very true. Because a lot happened, but
Yeah. Don't burn bridges.
yes. So he rang me. He's like, Sam, how are you doing? One of my friends got a V class Mercedes.
Sorry.
Bayman.
And don't keep changing your phone number. How people do this a lot. I know it's me.
yes, yeah.
Why do people keep changing numbers?
That's a very good.
So
one. 'Cause
you
some
do-
people-
you haven't
Because you can
spoken
miss
to
a
them for
lot
2
of
years.
opportunities.
Yes, you haven't spoken to them for 2 years. Imagine if you had changed your number.
Yeah.
that's
I
very
have
good.
had this number since the first week I came to the UK when my cousin gave it to me. Since 2007, I've been using the same number. So why do people keep changing number every 6 months?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry,
lot of
carry on. Sorry, annoys me. Carry on.
Yeah. So I got into it. So at that time, I was just doing Uber again, eventually, because I'm here. And then obviously I do things on the side, but there's small things. I buy and sell cars, vans, and all of that. So then he told me about it, and then he sent me pictures. Remember, I know what a Vito is.
Yes.
And I've seen these ones in Turkey
Yes.
before.
Yeah,
But-
at the airport, yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't a thing in the UK before. So then it was picking up. After COVID, it became a big thing. And then I was like, wow. So the person bought this and they don't know what to do with it. He's like, no. I'm like, okay, very good.
Yeah.
Just send me pictures. He sent me pictures and then I started posting them. And then at that time, I already had some clients that I take to London often.
In your Uber.
In my Uber.
Yes.
And then they would want my service. Obviously, I'm an operator.
Yes.
So for the Uber guys, I'm allowed to carry passengers. You know, I'm fully sure. So yeah, So and then I started sending it to few people. They're like, oh, okay. Because remember, I don't know about this. And then the first month,
Yes.
I think the first month, I made like 5K.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
So what was the first customer like? This was your first time also doing it.
Yeah,
What was it like?
First customer, I think first customer was a footballer. But again, it's connections, contacts,
Yes.
bridges.
Yes.
I had a friend
Yes.
that is always chilling with footballers.
Yeah.
Because I started just sending it to everyone that
Yeah.
could potentially bring me customers.
Without marketing it like properly.
Yeah,
in a
without
social
marketing
media.
it. So I thought,
Because it was in yours, so you just belong to some lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So, and then obviously, I think it was a footballer. And then I took him to London. And then that was the first one. And then I think I did couple of airport runs, you know, Luton, Manchester. And then the biggest job was Ascot. That's when I knew that this thing is real.
The horse racing.
The horse racing
Yes.
that they
Where
do
the
every
big
year.
men go.
Yeah.
They called me because at this moment, I told the lady already, if this works, I'm gonna buy my own We Magic.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I was already thinking to
Yes.
buy my own.
Yeah.
So then things happen.
Yeah.
I started getting busy, and then obviously things happen. You know, when you're running someone else's, you know, people talk, and eventually I had to buy my own. You know what I mean? So I started. Well, I've done a few jobs.
Yes.
And then we couldn't work together. So then I told her I'm gonna get my own. And then, but I didn't. So I gave her van back, but I didn't get rid of the customers.
Yes.
I hold the customers. I was using someone else's vans.
Yes.
So I would source the job to someone else.
Okay.
So few guys, there's 2 guys in London and few guys here. So I was sourcing them until I got my own. You know what I mean?
Mashallah.
So then, before getting my own as well, there's challenges because these vans cost, the conversion alone inside is 25,000.
Wow.
Yes.
To make it that luxury.
Yeah, the luxury. And then the V class alone, brand new one, is from anywhere from 75 to 100,000. Yeah, so I was like,
That's money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then,
Most people would think, let me go buy land in Gambia.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
it.
Exactly.
yeah, but even because I had conversations again with people,
Yeah.
people that I wasn't expecting. They're like, Sambala, you've been doing this car thing for years.
Yeah.
So I think it's about time you change.
Yeah, you change.
And generally, sometimes
Yeah.
you do, because there's dark days that you sit in there, you thinking.
They say to you on the day when you're feeling down,
Yeah.
when you have low battery.
Yeah, yeah. And my wife told me one thing.
Shut you down.
My
completely.
wife, she's always supportive. My wife was like,
And that's really important.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
My wife is like, before getting angry, I feel like this is like Allah. This comes from Allah.
Yeah.
He made you do this just to show you that there's this kind of business out there that you can make money.
Yeah.
Just that. It just like sparked something. I'm like, so instead of taking it as a loss, this is a blessing. I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
because I didn't know. I used to see them, but I didn't know that this was a thing.
Yeah.
And I never, because I was doing Uber for like 2 years, but I never knew.
Like you said, it's by
Yeah,
accident.
by
Yeah,
accident.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I'm like, yeah. Till this day, I tell her, I'm like, wow. So because of that, I was like, okay, you know what? Now let me focus, because this is something Allah has showed me what amount of money I can make on this.
Yes.
I think I said 5. It was more than 5,000, but yeah, within a month,
Yeah.
no marketing.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I remember when you were telling me, I was like, no way.
yeah, not only you, even me. When people
No way.
I used to be very scared. That's another point to charge people. I used to start typing. They're like, how
Because you're
much?
not used to those
Yes.
numbers.
Yeah.
They're like, how much is an hour? How much is this an hour? I'll type delete, delete, and then especially
edit.
especially some of them would be like, oh, are you crazy? And then imagine charging them way less than the price.
Yeah.
They're like, are you crazy? I'm like, this is not something. Because obviously I'm like, who's gonna pay? Till this day, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't pay this amount of money to go to London.
Yeah, but there's people who
And
There's
they
people
have
who
it.
is that's normal for them.
exactly
Normal, very normal.
or even nothing for them.
Yeah.
Even the guy was telling you, he would pay you and he would tip you half of what he paid.
Yeah, so you see,
And then sometimes I'm just like, wow. And then the connection that it gives. And then it always, because I like to think, sometimes I like to sit down and reflect on my journey of what I've been doing. And these are the things that, as you said, the bridges. Obviously, I've burned some bridges. Not my fault, but because you want
It
to.
happens.
Yeah. So, but I always think, I'm like, what about, imagine if I did this guy wrong at that time, he wouldn't come with this opportunity.
never.
So, and there are guys, obviously, alone. This is very important. I always say this, and even though some people don't like it, I had a lot of people giving me money without even asking. People that you wouldn't even expect that they have money lying.
Yeah.
Imagine, we all have problems.
Yes.
They have plans, but they would give money, they would offer money. Somebody here's money, make it. And some of them, they're like 1 year, or you want to give them, they're like, no, I can't even add more money to it. Wallahi.
Yeah.
You see?
And they like just help. And then every time I'm giving back, because that's just me, I want to give them back and give. I'm like, it's not riba. I'm
commission.
giving you
Yeah,
commission.
exactly.
Yeah.
They're like, no. I'm just happy that, and so and they're not businessmen. Yeah, that's a very good. Because obviously some people are like, oh, businessmen, or your friends won't support you. A lot. We've talked a lot of negatives. We've just mentioned a lot, but there's a lot of positives.
Yes.
I have many people, even from Birmingham, calling me till this day, and they've been encouraging me for years. They're not businessmen. They'll tell me, I would never do this, but carry on, keep doing what you're doing. Don't give up.
They believe in you.
They believe in me. It's not all about money, but emotional. Some of them would invite you somewhere,
Yes.
or they will sell your business somewhere.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So when I got this, I didn't even bother advertising it in my community, because I know some people. Yeah, I know. They won't. So some of them would message me.
They're not the audience.
Yeah, they're not the audience. They would message me and ask me about the prices. I would give them even half of that price, and they won't.
And that's even too much for them.
That's even too much for them. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Well, I mean, so this is where you are now. So what do you think is next?
Next is
Because definitely you're not stopping at one. You're not stopping here.
No,
What's
no,
next?
no. So this, obviously, I want to grow it. It's already growing.
Yeah. No. We know you're going to do that. You're going there. But what is next?
Yeah.
We've got something that I told you the other day
I don't even remember.
about America. The American stuff with Muke.
Oh yes. I remember that. Yes.
Just say it.
No, not the one. Very soon. I will come here again.
Definitely come
So
here.
obviously that as well, that's my friend's business.
Yes.
Again, you don't need to start everything.
Yes.
Or you don't need to be the main.
Just join
I
someone.
remember you mentioned that.
Yeah. And obviously I've learned that along the way as well. Or people wanna be in the front.
Yes.
All the time.
Me.
You don't need to. Yeah. So this
Exactly,
is a business that my friend started with his friend, and then since they started, I remember having the conversation. He told me what it is. I didn't know, because obviously me, if I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know. He's like, how can you know? I'm like, I don't know. He started teaching me. He's like, oh, this is that, and then I'm going online and I'm seeing the potential. I'm like, bro, how much is our share?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I want to buy some shares. He's like, oh, unfortunately, we're not selling. And then persistence as well. Persistence.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, we're not going to sell. I'm like, yeah, bro, understand. But please, even just 5%, just give me 5% of the business. He's like, yeah, I'll speak to my partner. And then we started negotiating. And then obviously, because they started the business and it went like boom. And then something happened with the other partner, like some family issues. And then, so we had to buy him out. So well, my friend bought him out, and then obviously I bought, 50%. 50% of the. So now we're working.
Patience.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah.
But you went in as a minority partner.
Exactly.
I just wanted even 1%. I told him,
Something.
look,
Yes.
I just want, and then you see, it's one of them businesses that you just feel good just doing it,
Being part
because
of it,
it's got something to do with health. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I was very. I just
you're about to say it now.
no.
There's another.
Oh,
so
okay.
these are two. This is a different one.
Wow.
So the American one is another one.
Oh, he's
That
always,
one is big.
He's always in two things at
Well,
a time.
it's same thing, but not the.
Yeah.
Why
So
do we?
yeah.
Okay. We'll
Patience.
see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
so we're looking into that, because obviously I could do that business alongside, because with the V class I can just get a driver.
Yeah.
It's simple. Again, so there are young drivers, so I've tried reaching out to a few people to get drivers. But the problem is with these insurances, some of them is 25 years above. But again, what we were saying to the younger guys in our community, you need to not come to us, but you need to be able to work for free sometimes.
Yes.
But I'm not saying I'm going to pay anyone that comes. But some of them, I don't know if it's
You
pride
need to show the
or-
willingness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was speaking to one of them. He's like, oh, so you just want me to quit my job and start working for you? I'm like, so you've quit the other job to do this. So,
Yeah.
and obviously,
A
I
job
can
is a
pay
job at
you
the end of
even
the day.
more.
Yeah.
No tax was going to, there's no
Problem
government
is,
saying, yeah.
it goes down to what you said before, that we don't believe in us.
Yes. We don't believe in ourselves.
A lot of people say, and I say this for the records as well, a lot of people, Mohammed Tunkara, mashallah, he's done well for his community. I know more than 10 people that their kids wanted to work for him. They're like, I used to, even some of them said it in front of my eyes. And then I hear some of them praising him now online. And, so they want to clap once you're up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But they didn't believe,
It's
they
true.
don't want their kids to work for him. But now they say, some of them would even tell me, like, you see, we know you as the business guy here. Mohammed Tunkara came, he started this, he focused on it now, woof. sometimes I'm like, if it wasn't
So
out of respect,
So now they're comparing you to him.
Yeah.
and this comparison thing,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
It's very
Or-
bad.
It's a big problem.
Or they'll be
bad.
like, oh, just don't be around, Tunkara is doing this, what are you doing? But sometimes I'm thinking to myself, what did you contribute
Oh, Lord.
in all of my businesses?
Yeah.
Our community is just complicated, man. It's
You,
just
you gotta be really
complicated.
prepared.
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
to be really
Mentally,
So the same
it's
people
really
that are trying to
complicated.
pull you down are the one in public pushing,
Exactly.
praising you. So
Exactly.
you have to be ready for that.
Yeah.
And that's
the
very
same
important
people.
because a lot of people, I've met a lot of people that quit just because of that. And
Oh,
I know
yes.
people, even yesterday I was
Of
speaking
course.
to this guy that's calling me now, and then he gets emotional. I'm like, bro, understand, but this is business, it's part of it. But some people don't tend to, and they want to leave it because they're not gonna praise you. I guarantee you, if we go down now, anyone that we meet in our community now, they're like, Sambala, mashallah.
But before.
Not before, even now. But in front of me, they won't tell me, oh, what you did the other day is not good. They won't advise you.
Yeah.
As I said, even in the garage, I would ask them, mashallah, may Allah put barakah in
Or
this
behind your
business.
back.
Yeah.
Your garage is very good.
Yeah.
We went there, it's the best in Birmingham. But then I would hear, because it's the same community.
Yes.
Yeah.
You trust Tunkara. Tunkara trust Molamin. Molamin trust Musa. You come back to
Exactly.
Sambala.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? A lot of them, they would pull me in many of the businesses. They're like, my son, what you're doing is very good. May Allah put barakah in. They would go to their houses and talk rubbish about me in front of their kids in this same community.
And the kids will tell you.
And the kids would tell me.
Exactly.
When I some of the kids, I'm like, hey, bro, I respect your father. They're like, oh, if you only knew what my father was saying. But again, I'm saying all this to say that you have to be. That doesn't mean when I see the elders, I'm going to be a man. No, I just respect them.
I
You
think.
just have to be ready and mature enough to enjoy those things.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And we gotta understand that we are actually trying to break a generational curse, if I can put it that way.
Yeah, of course.
The pattern that the elders have followed, we're trying to change that. And you cannot do that without resistance.
Yes.
Without even those who would
Exactly.
benefit from what you're doing.
Resistance, that's the word.
Maybe some of the people whose kids someone is going to employ, some of those are not wishing him success. They're looking at him as, oh, who does he think he is?
Exactly.
Not knowing that what Sambala is doing, the benefit of that is coming to their household.
Exactly.
But you just got to be ready for that. You got to be thick-skinned. That's why there's no such thing
Sweet.
as an easy ride in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is a struggle every single day, whether people see it or not.
Yes.
Every single day.
Because people, and a lot of people, I know we know a lot of people lie on Instagram and others, but a lot of people just want to see the good side as well.
Yes.
Once you start putting the wrong, the negative, they don't want to see that. They just want to see the good days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, for example, to give you an example, before insuring this van,
Yes.
I had to pay big money. Then when I got the money, you have to pay a lot of stuff that comes with it.
Yes.
But sometimes when people are like, you just got this, I'm like, no, it wasn't just got this thing.
Yeah.
I had to prepare, make the money. I was doing crazy stuff.
You don't
crazy
see the
hours.
struggle behind.
Yeah, because obviously a lot of, I've said this before and people ask me, they're like, when I said we don't take loans, I mean from the bank.
Yes.
So we have to take loans from people. Oh, where's the hard for you?
Yeah. No interest, basically.
Yeah, no interest basically. Yeah. So that's a very good point. So that, for example, the other day I went to do Ascot, I told you.
Yes.
Again, I was doing Ascot. The customers, they're very good customers. But then I think one of the shop absorbers went. It was noisy.
Yes.
But these people paid big money. And bro, I was sweating. Remember the way I was like, because obviously they are them white guys. They tell you, well, we paid this money. And then
Yeah, the
it
car
was
is
noisy.
making noise, yeah.
Because my friend was driving it, and then I was at the back. I was like, woof. And then he's like, you panicking? I'm like, yeah, but and then he said to me, Mohammed Silla is like, yeah, but you have to be panicking.
Yeah.
So we had to drive to Reading and get it fixed. But then we had to be back in Ascot for 6 or 7. So the time was short. But just because of the customer satisfaction.
Yes, of
So we
course.
had to do that, drive like madman, get the parts, and then we got someone to fix it. We say this again, that there's a lot that comes with it.
Yes.
It's not just,
People will
dress,
never see.
dress smart,
Yeah.
drive a van.
They'll
Because
see
a lot
the
of people,
results, but not the
a lot of
struggle
peop-
behind.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me, Sambala, what you're doing now is just easy. You just,
Yeah.
They don't know.
V-class
They
is
don't know.
easy. But it comes with it. But yeah, I guess it's just resilience and
Absolutely.
yeah,
There's a lot more. I think
Yeah.
I think we should have been a part 1 and 2.
Yeah,
But anyway,
I think it's gonna be anyways.
I think
It's-
we'll have to have
it's 1.5
because
hours.
I still have things to discuss, but we can't because
time.
we've been an hour and a half.
It's
We
gone.
wanted to only do 30 minutes. So then we have to come part 2, talk about family pressure. Pressure that people put on the things that we all share in common.
Yes, of course.
Because they think you have it all. You can just dash it out.
Yes.
and that's stopping a lot of
Yes.
like kids, a lot of them from doing things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they will say things that if you're not thick-skinned, you will give up 100%.
Definitely.
100% you will give up.
Definitely.
So you have to
I
come
don't.
back
I
and let's
don't
talk
think.
about this.
Well, I mean, hearing all that he's gone through, I don't think I would have survived from the first failure.
Exactly,
I don't
exactly.
think I personally would
Yes.
have survived.
Because obviously, again, now that you said, I start remembering things. So remember, someone's telling you, Traore, you started this podcast, but you're gonna fail. And then now you're doing it for a month or two, but now something happens all of a sudden, and you can see it coming down gradually. And then that person's voice is repeating
In your head, oh yeah, this is what they said.
and
Yes.
they're always gonna tell you, I told you.
And they are already waiting for your failure
course.
Yes.
And they will tell
to
you,
remember you that I told
Exactly.
you.
I told you. Like, that's always gonna be there. You know what I mean? So that's why it's very important. As I said, I've said that before. You have to be very careful with where you seek advice.
Yes.
A lot of people fail in that. Just because Mohammed Tunkara is successful in Sony transfer, I'm not gonna ask him certain things, for example, about my vehicle.
Yes,
He doesn't have a clue about that.
Exactly. No
Maybe
idea.
he can tell me, oh, this is very risky. It's an engine, you're on the road every day. How can you spend 100,000 in a van? Because a lot of people tell me this as well. You know, cars, engine can go. You know, you can have an accident tomorrow, you don't have jobs. Instead of, if I were you, I would invest in a land, which land is good. You know what I mean? But as I said, I want to make money here. Then invest back
You
home.
need,
Then
your money, you need your money to work
The
for you.
capital, yeah.
Not you working for money
Exactly.
forever,
Yeah.
in perpetuity. That's what our people
Just thick skin,
Yeah.
really.
But this has been great. This has been great.
Yeah. So it's got longer than expected.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask one last question, but I'm afraid it's gonna get even longer.
So what is it?
But if you were to describe this journey from where you started, all you've said here, in one sentence, how would you describe it? Just one sentence. I was gonna say one word, but one sentence might be
I'd
easy.
say being resilient and faith.
Yes.
I don't think no one believes in Allah more than an entrepreneur. Yeah. You know, rent to pay. Sometimes I said there was times that imagine when I had this DPD problem, all my money ceased. Now I've got kids in the house. I've got my parents here.
Pressure.
Nobody cares.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you just, so that's a faith. Still this day, sometimes I'm just sitting, I'm like, we cannot do anything without just Allah. Faida azamta, fatawakkal ala Allah. With that ayah, I mean, when I repeat this in myself, I think it's resilience.
So faith and resilience.
Yeah, faith and resilience, not giving up. And then obviously you're always gonna have low days that you feel low. That's normal.
Yeah.
Because we know
That's
against
natural.
people don't wanna, because you might see me on Instagram or smiling everywhere, but you know, you don't
But
know what I'm going
inside,
through.
yeah.
Inside,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So you're gonna have those days that you're gonna wanna quit.
Yeah.
You know, that I had enough. Nothing worked, or you know, so
But you were strong enough
yeah.
not to quit.
Yeah. I feel like now, alhamdulillah, I'm at a stage now, yeah.
MashaAllah.
That and like I don't mean financially there,
Yeah.
my mentally, very good, yeah. Mentally, that alhamdulillah, I think I'm a bit strong,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think this is everything from me. If you have anything to add.
No, it's long enough now.
So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. This is what we had for this episode, and hopefully we'll have a second part.
Yes.
Inshallah. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for supporting. Keep supporting us. Keep following us. Keep watching us as we come in with more interesting topics and more interesting guests. Inshallah. Thank you everyone.